Welcome back. In the last video, we introduced the market entry continuum. In this video, we'll dive into the licensing revenue model. So what exactly is licensing? Definitionally, licensing is a contractual agreement whereby one company, the licensor, allows another company, the licensee, to market and produce one or more of its products or services in exchange for royalties, license fees, or some other form of compensation. The licensed asset could be anything: a patent, trade secret, brand name, or product formulation. Essentially, licensing is a business structure that allows the creator of an asset to make money without having to invest more time or effort. If you think about it and you're saying, well, that sounds great, but isn't it only for hard goods like Hugo Boss, Coca-Cola, and Caterpillar? Think again. Media and entertainment companies like Viacom, Marvel Comics, and the National Basketball Association are heavy licensors. Their agreements allow them to exchange their brands and generate substantial revenue. There are two key advantages associated with licensing as a market entry mode. First, because the licensee is typically a local business that will produce and market the goods on a local or regional basis, licensing enables companies to circumvent tariffs, quotas, or other similar barriers. Secondly, when appropriate, licensees are granted considerable autonomy and are free to adapt the licensed good to local taste. The most referred to business case of the opportunity cost associated with licensing dates back to the mid-1950s, when Sony obtained a licensing agreement for the transistor from AT&T Bell Laboratories. The then head of Sony dreamed of using transistors to make a small battery-powered radio. Seems simple enough now. However, at the time, Bell engineers thought it was impossible to manufacture transistors that would handle the high frequencies required for a radio. They advised Sony to try making hearing aids instead. Undeterred, Sony presented the challenge to their engineers, who spent many months improving the chip's performance. What makes the story doubly ironic is that Sony was not the first company to unveil a transistor radio. A U.S.-built product, the Regency, featured transistors from Texas Instruments in a colorful plastic case. However, it was Sony's high-quality, distinctive approach to styling and marketing savvy that ultimately translated into worldwide success. They spent the time and energy to understand what will work in each of its initial target markets and turn this knowledge into distinctive, market-focused offerings. There are, however, disadvantages associated with licensing. The key ones are limited participation. You really don't have a say in exactly what goes on day to day or how the product is presented at a micro level, which is lack of control from a timing standpoint, product entry standpoint, and who they really target. The licensee may become a competitor. They might borrow your knowledge, let's say, and turn it around and come and compete against you in your own backyard with their own offering. And the licensee may exploit company resources, which is essentially an extension of what I mentioned before, taking intellectual property, know-how, knowledge, customer feedback, and really using that to develop their own products, whether they be competitive, complementary, or add-ons. So that's it for licensing theory. Inside the next video, we'll keep walking up the curve and discuss special licensing agreements. Thank you for watching. If you would like to see more videos, go to donaldmcmichael.com. I look forward to talking with you in the next episode.